boy, oh boy, oh boy. Who saw the Michael Jackson movie? I think everyone probably has seen it by now. My whole TikTok page is just all Michael Jackson videos from the movie and people reminiscing on his life. And before I talk about the movie and stuff, let's just say, look at this. See my bare chest. I ain't got a shirt under the sweater. I'm sorry. Let me just say he is probably the man with the most motion of all time. Because if you really think about it, okay, it's been 17 years since he died, right? Guy was born in 58. We are not talking about anybody who was born in the 50s like this. Like, that's just crazy. He literally has fans that are like a couple years old, bro. Like, I mean, I know for a fact I was a fan when I was like 4, like even past 4, like when he passed away, like that really hit me as a kid. Like when he passed away, I remember I was driving in the car with my mom. It was like really dark for some reason. I think we were driving back home from somewhere at night, and it was like on the radio, like everyone was announcing it, like, oh, like Michael Jackson died. And I literally, like, I didn't really, you don't really understand death when you're 4 years old, but like I was so sad in the backseat. I was like, bro, like I literally love Michael Jackson. I would do all the dances. I had the glove. Matter of fact, let me show you some. What does he do? There you go. Yeah, the glove from the game, Michael Jackson Experience, goated game. Everyone played that as a kid too. That shit was goated. But yeah, he really the goat, man. It's just goat things, goat doing goat things. I don't think we'll ever see someone as popular and as in touch with people just through music. It's crazy shit. That we made a movie about him how many years after his death? 17 years later, like, and it's the #1 movie in the box office. It's crazy. But I want to say, let's just talk about the actual movie here for a second. I want to say, I don't think all these bad reviews are justified. Like, okay, I'll say this. It wasn't like a perfect movie. It wasn't like really well done, but it was still good. Like, I think I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Like, it's like a 7 out of 10, you know, like, it's not like blew my mind away good, but it was good. It was good. I think they really captured like the sadness in his life as well as the greatness. Like, you know, you see in the first, like when he's like Jackson 5 era, like how like pressured, abused, and how like all this pain was put on him by his father and stuff. And it is very sad to see. I mean, we all knew he had like a pretty rough upbringing, a pretty rough life in general, because he was just always he was always having pressure being put on him. And I mean, yeah, it was just all throughout his life, controversy and things that were proven to not be true against him. So yeah, rough life, but they really captured that, and it's important to know about it because it was really messed up what they did to him through his whole life, even his own family, right? That's pretty messed up, pretty fucked up. But let me talk about one thing about when I was in the theater that really pissed me off, really ticked me off. Why the hell was the guy beside me talking so much? Bro, this guy would not shut up, and he would just like throughout the movie, I was really locked in. I was like, bro, like this is a movie. It's bumping like this. They're playing the different songs of his eras, and this guy beside me, after like every song would end or before it would start, he would like turn to his friends and start fucking screaming and shit. He'd be like, yo, bro, did you realize it, bro? Oh my gosh, shut up and watch the movie. I hate when people do that. That's probably my biggest pet peeve. Like, dude, at least you could try and whisper. He wasn't trying to whisper. He was just putting it out there, showing his ass for everyone to see, screaming his fucking ass off. I'm pissed. Pissed me off. I was like this, sitting next to my girl. I was like this. I was like looking over at him like, bro, shut your... And then he started coughing, like wet, disgusting. I was like, I was like, bro, get that shit out, man. Yeah, really good movie. I think the only, like, the reason why I thought it was like a little flawed was there was like some parts missing of his life, and like obviously, I mean, you didn't have Janet Jackson in there because she didn't agree to it. There was like legal stuff. There was like a bunch of stuff that they couldn't include. Like I think they couldn't include Dirty Diana. I saw because um, I think Diana Ross uh, had some legal issues with it as well. Like she didn't want it to be put in the movie. But that's some things they can't control, right? But I still think there could have been better songs to include, in my humble opinion. Maybe it would have taken too long, but I feel like they could have done Smooth Criminal. Unless, well, I mean, Smooth Criminal is might be in the next movie because I think they're doing a next one, aren't they? They're doing like a trilogy, I think. So up till probably his death. So I guess maybe the next movie will have Smooth Criminal, but I feel like there's just a lot of songs they could have included that like they could have chose instead of the other ones, like especially from Thriller. Like okay, they did Billie Jean. The Billie Jean, that was sick. Like the from the live thing he did in the 80s when he was like really like upcoming to be a star. That was really good. I liked Bad at the end. Bad because that's like one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs. So at the end, that was lit. I mean, I think that was like his best like performance. Jafar Jackson. He had like the mannerisms down, the movements, like everything was to a T at that last scene. I think it was awesome, especially that was tough. And that was my favorite era when I was a kid. Was Bad because that was kind of more like closer to my time, even though it wasn't like near it at all. Like that was just the thing that the era I liked the most when I was a kid because it was like punk. He's a bad boy, and that was just cool to me. That was cool to me. It was more cool to me than Thriller personally. My little brother, he loved Thriller. He used to want to have the jacket. He had the jacket actually, I think like a replica jacket, and he used to do his Michael Jackson, his little that's influence, that's goatness right there. But yeah, movie was still good all in all. I think there was better songs to be done. There was some things missing from his life and some things that were told like a little incorrectly, but I mean it's hard to do. Like he has a big estate, right? The Jackson estate, and he has such a deep and deep life. He was connected to so many different celebrities, artists, other people, so it's hard to like tell it perfectly without like coming into some legal issues or like problems like that. But I think the movie nowhere near what these critics are giving. 30%, no, that can't be true. I don't know what they're thinking. It is not a 30% Rotten Tomatoes type of movie. It was a good movie, and if you see the videos and all around there, people are dancing in the theater. They're like, I was dancing, I was grooving in my seat. I was like, bad, I'm bad. I was grooving, I was bopping, and there's no way if a movie make you does that, then it could be 30% or whatever. This is not possible. I'm sorry, I don't care what the critics think. It's not a 30% movie. Is it as good as I thought it was gonna be? No, I'll say that. I thought it was gonna be better, but it was still a good movie. So yeah, go watch it in theater. Watch it with some high quality audio theaters. I watched it in AVX, which was like audio, good audio. So like the floor would like rock on like bass drops and stuff, and like it was like really clear. Yeah. Long live the king. Michael, now in theaters.